Duchin. Yeah, I think it's Duchin. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. It's so nice having you here. Please make sure you stay subscribed because there are a lot of content on here you're going to love. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming around again. So in today's video, I want to talk about the vagina. As you can see from the title, things you should not put in your vagina. So if that sounds like what you want to know, let's go to school as usual. The first thing you should not do to your vagina is douching. Douching is a situation whereby female wash out their vagina with a solution. Sometimes it is with water and vinegar. And this aim is at making the vagina clean or something like that. The vagina cleans itself naturally. It has its way of cleaning itself naturally. You don't have to help God. God already created it in such a way that she will clean herself naturally. And all these feminine products sometimes contain wild chemicals that can cause infection. Washing your vulva with water is okay. At least you get to wash off the unwanted substance that the vagina have already pushed out. But douching tampers with the normal flora, which are the good bacteria that are in the vagina, and when you do this, you are much prone to infection. I said douching tampers with the bacteria in the vagina, which can lead to bacterial vaginosis. Like, I even have a video about that. I'm going to leave the link right here, so make sure you watch it once you are done watching this video. Douching can also cause a rapid proliferation of some potential pathogens, leading to the increase of associated infections. When you douche and the vagina, the bacteria that is supposed to be in the vagina to attack infections when they want to come in, douching can ward them off. And once this is warded off, it will not be able to hold any infection that is trying to get into your body through the vagina. The second one is vaginal steaming. See, if you are in Nigeria, you know what they call pomo. And if you are not in Nigeria, but you live in Nigeria, you know what they call pomo. Furthermore, it is called cow skin. That pomo, sometimes when they cook it, everything I've been saying this morning is that your vagina is not pomo. Yes. Why are you cooking it? Like vaginal steaming, this is when female gets to remove their underwear and sit on a hot water. Sometimes they had Dettol, sometimes they had salt. See, most of us are guilty of this. I'm present. I'm number one chairman. Before getting to know, it's not because we are doing it intentionally. Some of us do not know the implication. When I did it, I did not know the implication. And making myself as an example, then I think I had the yeast infection or so, and I was scared because I used to hear this thing that okay, they used to sit on water. So I did it and I noticed this thing was becoming more and more, and the pain becoming so unbearable. Then I now had to stop. Then I went to the hospital. That was way back, like before even getting into this life. So don't judge me, please. But vaginal steaming is really bad because it also tampers with the normal flora in the vagina, which can make it to be much prone to infection. Getting a piercing. Some women get piercing because of fashion and some get it because of sexual fantasy. But I don't think fashion makes sense. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? I don't think it's not, because it's not something you can flaunt around. So why? Piercing can lead to complication because the vagina contains some nerves, and when a particular nerve is damaged, it can lead to complication. One particular nerve, not to talk about joining of nerves in your vagina. Also, you can be reacting to the melter. These jewelries are made of melter, and you can react to it. When reacting to it, it can cause a serious complication on its own. So if you have a piercing, maybe you should use a wild substance as lube. It is okay to use lube. Like, it is okay to use lube. I mentioned this when I talked about the reason for painful sexual intercourse, where I talked about not enough lubrication. When there's not enough lubrication, you can add lubricant, standard lubricant like medicated lubricants, not that you use cream, you use saliva, you use oil. And sometimes you should not even just use any lube, you should use a standard one, not all these lubes from all these body enhancement sellers. No, because some lubes can be very thick that they will not easily get out of the vaginal canal. And when they do not get out of the vaginal canal, you know, they also contain some chemicals that when they stay long in your vagina, they can cause another thing we do not want. Tightening products. Before we continue, see, somebody should play me Kayamata by Olamide, because I don't want to say it. See, I talked about the fact about the vagina in the video. Even though you use this tightening products more than anything, my sisters, your vagina, it will still that thing, because you age. As you age, this thing begins to slack, because even the body itself, my body is not the same as my grandma's body. Now your partner has to accept your vagina the way it is, especially after childbirth. This thing tends to expand. Now using tightening products, it might work, it might not work, but when you use tightening products and it works, just know that it's weeding off the elasticity of your vagina, and you are not subjected to vaginal dryness, which is one of the causes of painful sexual intercourse. So stop wasting your money. If you should buy tightening products more than that one, let me give you 20 years. Some of you 20 years is even too small, so just stop wasting your money already. And some of these things, you don't even know what they are made of. Some are made of chemicals that they do. People that are doing these things, they are not licensed, they are not permitted, they are not certified medical professionals that they're supposed to be doing this thing. And I don't think any medical professional would prescribe all these enhancement products for you. So maybe you're with a partner that does not like the way your vagina is. I just think you should talk it out with him. No matter how tight your vagina is, it will later lose as you age. Sex toys. Calm down, because some of you like, no, I'm not gonna take this from you. Hold on, let me explain myself. See, I understand some of you want to use sex toys. I'm not advising you to use sex toys, but once you use sex toys for anal sex, should I say anal sex or anal masturbation, it is not advisable to still put it in your vagina, even though it is washed. Once you've inserted it into your butthole, it is not advisable to put it in your vagina. You know, anal sex is not advisable, because I think that's a video on its own. That should be a video on its own. But once a sex toy has been inserted into your bottle, it is not advisable for you to insert it into your vagina because of some microorganisms, foods of any kind, foods like chocolates, whipped cream. Like some people even use all these foods as lubricant, like they use it as lubricant, they use it for lubrication. It is not advisable to use foods, like to even take food to your vagina, and this is because they contain sugar. It can cause yeast infection, and presence of sugar can even increase the growth of yeast. Yeast causes yeast infection. Do you know that? You know yeast infection, like if you've not watched my video about yeast infection, I'm going to leave it right in the description box. So once you are done with this video, make sure you watch it. Alcohol-based tampons. See, okay, some people are comfortable using tampons, of which I'm not against, but while soaking in alcohol before using, you know, when I talked about menstruation, I said some people will tell you drinking alcohol is good when you're on your menses because it allows the free flow of blood. It's a lie. Don't mind them. Alcohol contains chemicals. Alcohol has chemicals. Now putting it in your vagina is very, very dangerous. Okay, so we've gathered the information. You all have it in your head that alcohol helps to reduce menstrual cramps. Please discard it ASAP. Thank you. Hair removal cream. There are creams you use to remove the hair in your body, the hair in your armpits, but it's not advisable to use cream to remove the hair in your pubic area. I'm not saying you should keep that place and to be bushy, you understand, but at least you can shave it a bit. The reason why this is not advisable is because these shaving creams contains chemicals that removes air completely from a place for a particular period of time, right? But when it gets into your vagina, like these things are made of chemicals, something that can pull hair out. Now imagine it getting into your vagina. Do you know what it can cause? So it's not advisable to use hair removal creams on your vagina. All these creams and lotion contains harsh chemicals which can leave your skin infected. Sometimes you might even be allergic to a particular chemical in the product. Chemicals found in all these creams are very harsh, and they can leave your vagina open to infection. You might be allergic to a particular chemical used in this cream or lotion. You can develop red bumps. It can cause itchiness. Don't really go with waxing of the vagina area because the air it serves its own purpose, but going for cream is hell no. The last one is medications with unclean hands. We have medications that are prescribed to you and you're supposed to insert it into your vagina. They are called pessaries. When you go to the hospital and maybe you complain about toilet infection, you see them giving you something, handling over something to you, and they'll tell you use this to push it in. If you are to use this, you're supposed to first wash your hand before using it, because your hands contains unseen microorganisms that once it gets into that applicator and it transfers to the drugs you are putting into your vagina and it gets into your vagina, they are capable of causing more infection. That's all for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please give this video a like, comment, let me know your thought in the comment section. Let me know the next video you want to see. Let me know the question you want to ask, anything you want to add, and please share with family and friends. Also, don't forget to subscribe. It means a lot to me. Follow me on all my social media accounts. The links are in the description box, and stay blessed. Bye.